Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go. 8, read. 80 weapons.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Look at me. Go. Hurry.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Check 24. Check 13. Check 13. Watch that.
Ready.
Out of the gun is Minshew. It's complete to Chris Conley. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Check. Kill.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
60 outlaw.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper. Look, squeeze.
Here we go, D.
Bravo. Let go.
On 2nd and 9. Minshew, open is Swain, the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That's good for another Jacksonville first and 10.
64, hey, seam 6.
Get the mirrors back and go full strength.
Go. Deep grip.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Go.
Ready? Watch out.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Protein spill.
50. Mike 50.
Smoke.
Watch the out. Mike's 50. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Get it.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And able to find Conley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
Check.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Hey, Haywood.
50, Mike, 50. Hey, watch the slant.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Wide, get wide. General West.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
On the ball.
I got you, son.
On 2nd down, Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16.
And logo.
Check three.
Recon, 132 fighter.
I'm going to run you over.
Buzz.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. 12 more yards there and another first down.
18 Gators. 22-jet bombers.
Those James. That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Ready? 70, Indy. On the ball. Go out. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Seahawks 3-yard line.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, wahoo. Go!
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Hey, watch the ball. Hey,
go!
On 2nd and goal, Minshew. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
This is Carson. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
oh, here we go. Go. Banjo.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Hey, let's get this.
the first down as he's up to about the 18. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now. It's Carson, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's going to be caught by Nick Malore. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. One that's featured no touch. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Begin.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
On the ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 3.
Rush in.
Kill. Switch.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Minshew into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Go. Rock it.
On 4th down, Minshew. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They run it with Carson. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Gun.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Now Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Carson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Double tight, Bring it.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now!
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Topper!
15, check back 15.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Hey, high 7. Now.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got Swaim here, his tight end outright. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Go now. 15 line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Switch.
Protein spill.
50.
Don't get nervous.
Mike 50. Come on, D. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 50.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew going down the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Check.
Blue draw Corker.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Hey, Delta.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
General West.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the...
Hey, Alpha.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike,
To throw on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Minshew sets to throw. He's going to let this go. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 34 yards. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mike, 315. 54.
Got it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Back to you. No time. No time.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He'll find Metcalf. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Lynch, the lone man in the backfield now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's get it.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Here's Minshew looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
On the double. 6-6. Pull it high. Smooth.
Deuce.
Hey, Sam off. Hit it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Ready?
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm up.
Say go.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they will take a knee here.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated. Your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Jackson now. And he's got Snead. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
48 Mike. 48 Mike.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Haywood.
Here I come again. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS.
Yep.
SOS.
Mike, 48.
Five.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Whip.
Yes.
Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike.
Shit.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Ravens' 49-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, wahoo.
Check 52.
Hey.
Motion.
Now.
On 2nd down, Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Rip left. Check nickel.
Hey, foxtrot.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, lock it.
Check 48's the Mike. Hey, Mike.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Yo, go.
And that'll set him back 5.
Here we go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go. Alert 3.
Go.
Mike 48. Time to go. Night. Hey, alert 48.
It'll be Minshew again. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Hey, let's go. Interception, baby. All day.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Jackson steps away. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie.
At the Ravens.
Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now Minshew, and that is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got him in, it's Brown. And now look at him go. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 97 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 14. Jaguars nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Jaguars take over.
Let's go,
first
baby.
and
Let's
10
go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The
set.
Jacksonville
60
offense
out,
set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, Urban.
Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, high 7. 5.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Shark's got it, left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
First and 10.
Out of the gun is Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
I'm ready.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Minshew sets to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll buy some time right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Miles Jack, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Jackson. The Luke Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Ready? 50, plant.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Delta.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Look at me. Zipper.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
6-6, pull it high.
Safety creep. Safe.
Bravo. Let's go.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 75 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. Pass from Jackson complete to Ingram. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 44. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Jackson, and it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception, and the Ravens have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Hey!
Motion, reset, reset, reset.
48.
Hit it.
From the 29, Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
47-yard line.
Yep. Hustle. Let go.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Come on, boy. You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. 61. Matchbox light. Speed dribble.
Again, it's Fournette. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Take 3. 218. Jump. Move. Score. Score.
Kill.
5.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Open man right side is Sharp. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Pilot 64. Hey, Haywood. Snap.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And able to find Conley. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 34 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And an alley to run. And they are finally going to stop him, but what a return. All the way to the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep him out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Yo, go.
On 2nd and 10, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
General West.
Brings up 3rd down.
Check 13. Check 13.
Hey, foxtrot.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Go.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And that is incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Target. Check 9. Watch safety creeping. Safety's
Rock it.
What?
Hey, exit.
Check 3. 57 to Mike.
Ready.
On 4th down, Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Ingram again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Travel.
50 seconds left. Let's go one more. 50
Hey, Charlie.
We own them. We own them.
Let go.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one, just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find a ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rain, snow, sleet, every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I've never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. Tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Aldrich Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go. And here we go from MetLife Stadium. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. What do you need?
Here we go, G, get off the field.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
2.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds an opening past the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
80 weapons, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Get your swarm on.
So that'll back him up 5.
We play to win. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
got nothing. Check 26, check 26. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11. I got you.
Let's go, deep.
12, fellas, here we go.
Let's go, deep. Tighten up.
Rush it.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they have the football and will set up shot.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Move both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Aldrich Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go. And here we go from MetLife Stadium. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Mike 50. 61. Matchbox lights.
You can't block me.
Hey, orbit.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Go.
Switch.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54.
Hey, sneak rip.
Jones on 1st down. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 70 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Slams. Hey, lock it. Now.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
70 Indians. Coaching skill. Hey, Delta. Charge.
Brings up third and 5.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
50, that's a screen.
Giants.
New draw Corker.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, Alpha.
50, Mike, 50.
Okay, double up.
SOS.
Now.
50, Mike, 50. Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 soft.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Bravo.
Whip.
Now Jones on first and 10. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Central West. Hey, seam 6.
Let's get that ball right here.
Look at me. Zip 2.
Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check 52.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Two-jet bomber.
At the Seahawks 15-yard line.
Yep. Ready.
On second and 11 now. Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Mike 50. Watch the run.
To throw on third down, Jones. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Cut it right.
6'6", bullet high.
6-0 our score after one.
With the score, Seahawks 6, Giants nothing.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Switch. Greystone, travel. Hey, Haywood. They go.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate there to make the grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
25. 12.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 24. Check 24.
Now it's Carson. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play that time for the Seahawks. Give him 58 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Check it back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
25. Hey, alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
5.
Here we go.
Big grip.
Jones on 1st down. It's hauled in by Shepard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
2nd and 4.
Check 50. Check 50.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Jones now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
218, chop it. Get it.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, echo.
At the 43-yard line.
Under 10, 10.
Now.
Throwing, Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
That's good for the Giants.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, exit.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Yes.
On 1st down, Jones. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Go.
Watch the curl.
Now Jones to throw again. He completes it to Tate. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. What did you see there, Charles, on that interception from the rookie?
They've shown him certain looks on defense throughout the first half, and they pulled the string here in the second half because he got used to those looks, and they showed the exact same thing, but changed it up just a little bit where he thought something was open, and now...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dayon Buchanan showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Completes it to Dixon. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
Switch, one block.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. On third and goal, Wilson out to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Giants 6.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
To throw on second and 6, Wilson. And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. From the gun, it's Wilson. On the move to his left. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. This is going to be covered up by the Giants. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Look at me. Go. Hit it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. A gain there of 21 yards.
60 Pittsburgh. Two-jet bombers. Hey, shoot.
Jones now. Throwing on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the